Hello, my name is Adam, and I'm here to say, hey, 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 no. My name is Adam, and I'm on a quest to be the most prolific reviewer of all time. And I just finished a stream um, where I was playing Civilization 1. So, Civilization 1 is a very influential game. It is one of the first 4X games, and 4X it established the whole category actually. So the X comes from explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. So basically, it's a strategy game. It's a turn-based game where you guide a civilization or empire from the beginning to like the end, basically. And so, unlike other games that I've been playing on the channel recently, like Europa Universalis, so Europa Universalis tries to be very historically accurate, but Civilization, the whole idea, I think it really itches something in the human soul because you start with nothing and then you find things and you create something. And I think um, some installments in the franchise do this really well, and other installments in the franchise do it very poorly. And I think that this one does that idea really well, and um, there's a lot to this game which is nice, and there are a few things that I didn't like apart from the fact that it crashed, but I'll tell you. So the the things that I liked is that when you discover a technology, it will explain a little bit about the technology and the historical aspects about the technology and why it's important. So that's really interesting, and like it kind of makes the game more educational. So it does feel like Europa Universalis got that from this game, the historical aspects of it, which is good. But I think with that, there is something which would be bad, which is the mechanic of the. So, you have this technology tree that everybody knows in video games where you start here and then you research this and then you discover this. So, in the game, and I think this is probably true up until Civilization 4, is that you can find technology going through barbarian villages, you can find technology that you can't actually use. So, in this game, it's really ridiculous. Like, you'll have, I don't know, like democracy before you have monarchy, or, you'll be researching and you'll have philosophy before religion. So, I think a more realistic approach to technology is good, and you know the idea that you actually select a technology to research when you know what it is also kind of weird, but these games are like that. So I like that, and I like the music is really great. It's kind of like the 16-bit Super Mario thing, and some of the sound effects are similar to what was in Super Mario. It's really, really quite retro. And the graphics in these, it's not exactly a cutscene, but when you learn the new technology is great. And the graphics of you building the cities, and you have like aqueducts and courthouses, and like even um, the the graphics of the wonders, because part of civilization is that you can build these basic things in your cities like barracks, like granaries, like temples, but you also can build these wonders, and the wonders give you like specific advantages. But so I built the pyramids, and you don't see the whole pyramids, they just kind of go off in the distance. And I built the Colossus, so you just see his feet and he's standing in front of the pyramid, so he's definitely bigger than the pyramids. So that's great, and I think um, In Civilization 3, the animation from the cities is not as good. You know, you have tiny little pyramids and stuff. You don't have like the huge thing. It's really quite funny and has a sense of humor. And of course, there's Sid Meier's, who is actually like a character. He plays your advisor, and I mean, he's in Civ 3 too, but like it's just so retro and old school. So I like that, and the game, even though it's from 1991, once you understand the controls, it's really intuitive. And you don't really need to think about how do I play this game, which is a problem with some uh, Paradox titles like EU2. I have no idea how to play yet, even though I've played EU3 and EU4, or Heart of Iron 1. Like, how do you play that game? Uh, no idea. So those games are not intuitive, and this game is very intuitive. So the game is over almost 40 years, oh geez, 30 years old right now. So, but you can pick it up, and it's really, really easy to play. Um, yeah, 35 years old. That's crazy. Um, so those are the positive aspects. I think one kind of thing that I didn't like is so uh, I decided to go with um, three civilizations, and the map is really huge actually. So the Babylonians wanted my money, and I said no. So they declared war on me and they attacked me, and they had like one unit. So I sent like maybe 30 or 40 units, and I just kind of like overwhelmed them. But because they're so far away, it took like 200 years for them, my my legions to walk. I was playing Rome. My legions to walk across the continent to get to Babylonia, and then to fight. So I think that was a big. I mean, the size of the empire is a bit problematic. That's one thing, and also the what? How do you say? Da, 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 da. The the combat, um, and this is till this day is still a problem, I think, in games like this, because you you play it because you're kind of like fantasizing like, oh, what if I was Julius Caesar, or what if I was Napoleon? Oh, and that's a great thing too. Like from the beginning, uh the French were run by Napoleon, and he's got like this hat and his cool animation. And when the other nations they give you messages, you hear this like dramatic 16-bit music, so it's really great. But yeah, the warfare, um, and it's a problem with games to this day, is that you have these big games like Europa Universalis, and you're kind of role playing these wars, and you create units and stuff, but basically the combat is from Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure if that's literal, but basically what happens, and you can see it in EU3, is that there are dice that are rolling, and if you roll like one dice, you'll win, and if you roll a different dice, you'll lose, even if you have better. I mean, it's kind of stacked, and you have all of these attributes that define if you'll win or lose. But I think it would be good if you could combine. And I haven't played this franchise in a very long time, so I don't know if it's still this way. But I played Shogun Total War, and basically, you are creating units, and you have like these kind of like units on your army, and you could like have a battle, and you could actually have the battlefield, right? So obviously that's lacking from a game in 1991, because it's basically like you have this little square, and your little square attacks the other guy, and there's a satisfying sound, but you don't know why your little square won or lost that battle. you know. So, yeah, I think that is a disadvantage to the game. It's not a huge disadvantage of the game, but it is a disadvantage of the game. And yeah, so I think when you think about games like this, you have to think about uh, how is it influential, and it's super influential, like games like Europa Universalis and the entire Civilization franchise wouldn't exist. But not only games like that, maybe like Warcraft and Starcraft and um, Stellaris, and I don't know, there's probably many games that kind of use this basic thing where you start in the beginning and you build your people up, and then you kind of uh, attack through the years. So they wouldn't exist without this game, and some people consider this game to be like the best game of all time. I don't think so. I think it's Civilization. I think Civilization 3 is the pinnacle of the franchise. I haven't played Civilization 5 yet, so I don't know. They do say that Civilization 5 is, some people say it's the best one, but I definitely didn't like 6. I haven't played 7, and 4, I didn't really find really cool. But I have done a review of 3 already, and this is my review of 1. So, is it the best game of all time? No, it's certainly very influential and it has a lot of charm. Like, could you go back and replay this game? Like, Civilization is a classic time suck kind of game, at least up until 3 and 4. Um, so it does absorb a lot of your time, but I don't think that people nowadays would go back and play this game multiple times. I think it's good to play, it's fun to play just one time to see what it's like. But yeah, I don't think it has a great deal of replayability. So if we rank the game on influence, it's probably like 10 out of 10. If we rank it on charm and playability, it's probably like 7 out of 10. And if we rank it out of replayability, it's probably like 5 out of 10. But, those are my just made up categories. All right, what do you think about Civilization 1? Have you played it? Do you have any fond memories of playing this game? Let me know in the comments. If you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of March, and I believe I have 456 or 7, something like that. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please give me a follow. Thank you. Bye bye.